Although it's like 32, 33 degrees right now, I'm gonna go on my skate mission now because I want to kind of relax later. Here I go, hopping on my bike to go on my adventure. Let's do this. I'm going to film my morning motivation for the day. It's something I do every single morning because I'm trying to spread a little bit more positivity in the world. I hope it helps. People seem to like it, so I think I'm going to keep on doing it. Good morning and good blessings, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful day today, and I'm very excited because today I'm going to be answering some of your questions for me. So before I get too into this video, I'm going to answer one of the questions, which comes from my buddy Jake. Jake's question was, wanna scoot? So to answer your question, Jake, yes, I do want to scoot. So because I've already done all the tricks I know how to do on this thing, and I wasn't really trying, I think I'm going to skate. On that note, I've hit my scootering quota for the year. So I'm going to take a brief pause from skating and doing all that fun stuff to go do some editing because I still need to work on last week's video, which if you're watching this video, it's really already done and you've already seen it, so don't worry because it's done. The other thing I wanted to say real quick is that this is the season finale for season 2. I'm very excited with how it's gone. I'm so happy with everything that the Good Blessings company is doing right now. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because there will be a ton more videos coming. Season 3 will be in production probably within the next week or so. Thank you to every single one of you who watches my videos and supports me. It really does mean the world to me that I have so many people supporting me. If you haven't already, I highly suggest you go back and watch season 1 and then all of season 2 leading up to this point, so that way you can be ready for season 3. I'm really excited because it is just so much fun for me to make these videos and produce this content for you guys. That all being said, let's get some editing done.
One eternity later.
So I'm about to pull up to this spot, but I gotta be a little careful because I know there's a bunch of signs that say no skateboarding. I specifically picked this spot because it's an elementary school that I used to go to. I wanted to skate this spot since I was a little kid and I first started skating, and I was like, wow, this would be an amazing spot to skate. It wasn't until recently that I had the actual skills to skate this spot. So I figured it would be pointless to go there and get kicked out when I wouldn't even been able to skate it properly. Also, I'm sorry if I'm hard to understand. My face is super frozen, so it makes it really hard to talk. The reason I chose today to come to this skate spot is because right now all the schools are closed down because of coronavirus. I'm thinking that even if there is somebody there, they're probably a janitor or something and they're not really gonna care that I'm skating. So, all that being said, let's see how much skating can get done at this spot. Oh, I just noticed this big old crack. I wonder if that's gonna cause problems. The building behind me, I saw somebody and I waved them and they waved back, so I don't think I'm gonna get kicked out. But if somebody comes through those doors in like 2 minutes, that's why.
Filming away, huh?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to come out and say to get lost, you know?
There you go.
But well, thank you for not kicking me out.
I don't care what.
I appreciate
They're
it.
treating me like shit. I don't care about this.
No, I don't blame you. Shout out to that lady for being like super nice. I think it's time that I answer another question. My buddy Chris asked me, how long does it take to learn basic skate tricks? That's kind of a tough question because it's kind of how you define basic skate tricks. I would define basic skate tricks as ollies, pop shoves, kick flips, maybe a heel flip, things like that, all the 180 variations. Those really just come with practice. I've been able to ollie for years now. It's one of the first tricks I ever learned. But a kickflip took me years to learn. Other people will argue that if you learn a shove first, it's easier than an ollie, and some people argue that an ollie is the basis of all tricks to learn. So really, to answer Chris's question in the simplest form possible, I would say it probably takes about a year, maybe 2 years. Depends on how often you're skating. Going back to Chris's question earlier, which is how long does it take you to learn basic skate tricks? I guess for me, the real answer is 3 to 6 months, really. But that doesn't mean I have them unlocked. So I like to go out every single day and practice. If you go out every single day and practice your skate tricks, you will get better faster. That's just proven science. I try to make a point to go out every single day that I can and do the basics. Ollies, kick flips, heel flips, etc. I find that when I take those basic kind of tricks and I practice them over and over, they become easier to apply to obstacles. And the beauty of skateboarding is you can express yourself however you want with it. So I'm gonna get finished up here at my old elementary school. The spot that I was thinking about hitting was actually a little bit harder to hit than I expected. I'm gonna answer the last question whenever I get home, and you will see that there. Sorry, that's just how I'm sharing that I'm gonna do an Animal Crossing New Horizons Let's Play on my gaming channel. So if you're into Animal Crossing or video games in general, I highly suggest you go check out the Good Blessings gaming channel. Link will be in the description below. But before I get into this, I would like to finish answering your questions. Ian Mooney 19 _ question was, why did you start the company? And I like this question a lot because I get asked this a lot by people in person, but I never really answer it in videos, so I'm going to talk about it real quick. I started Good Blessings because I was sitting on my porch one day thinking about how I don't like being a billboard for brands that I don't support. A lot of big brands out there, and I'm not going to name names specifically because I don't want to promote them in any way. A lot of big brands out there use sweatshops and child labor. The conditions in their factories are totally unsafe and completely unethical, and that really bothers me. Being an ethically sourced company only made sense to me. I had the idea that it would be cool to be my own billboard for my own company, and I thought, well, if I'm going to have my own company, it should stand for something that I believe in. The other thing that I was thinking is that not enough brands have good messages behind them, so I had the idea that everybody deserves good things in their life. And how would I say that to a stranger? Well, I'd probably wish them good blessings, because good blessings doesn't have a religious connotation to it. Although it may sound religious with the blessings, it's really not. It just means that you deserve good things in your life, and that I hope you're happy. So really, everybody deserves good blessings. And that's kind of how it started. I decided on the name Good Blessings because I wanted to promote and share good blessings with everybody in the entire world. And then I thought about my tagline, which is be mindful, because you have to be mindful of the good and the bad in the world and try to make more good, right? After I had this idea, I basically just ran with it. I let people know that I was going to be ordering a bunch of shirts, and if you wanted one, you could get it. And then suddenly I owned a clothing company because I decided I would print another badge and another, and then I wanted to do another design. So it only made sense that I started a clothing company at that point. This morning I asked anybody if they had any last minute questions before I filmed this video, and my buddy Ethan Clark, he's a really cool guy. You should go check out his Instagram. He asked me the question, how long have you been skating? And I thought it'd be fun to address that. I started skateboarding when I was 6 years old. But when I say started skateboarding, I don't mean like I do now. I was hardly able to roll around, let alone do any tricks of any kind. I kind of dabbled here and there, trying to get better, but I never really improved at all, and I never had the self-motivation to get better. So I quit when I was about 13, and I literally never learned any other tricks other than an ollie and a manual. Fast forward to when I was about 19. I met my best friend Levi, and he was just getting into skating because his parents never let him learn when he was a kid. So because he was just learning, I decided it might be fun to pick back up. And then we started skating together, and it became kind of the thing that we did together. Soon enough, I was skating pretty much every day possible. If the weather was dry, I would be out skating. I really started practicing at the beginning of that summer, and I guess by the end I was halfway decent. Going back to Chris's question earlier, which is how long does it take you to learn basic skate tricks? I guess for me, the real answer is 3 to 6 months, really, but that doesn't mean I have them unlocked. So I like to go out every single day and practice. So that was my last question, and I'm really glad that people were interested enough to ask me questions about Good Blessings, about my skateboarding, about my life, and that sort of thing. There was one more question, which was, do you wear slippers in your house? And I kind of figured it was a spam question, but to answer your question, yes, I love my slippers. That's why I put this clip in. Thank you again to everybody who submitted their questions. I'll make sure I tag everybody and put their Instagram username in the description so you can go check them out. Thank you again to everybody, because if you remember, this is the season finale. I'm pretty happy with how it went, and I'm really happy with how season 2 went as a whole. Good Blessings reached a lot of new milestones, some things that I haven't even shared yet, but I'm planning on. And I think that's where I'll leave it. So, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Make sure you stay tuned for season 3. It will be coming very, very soon, I promise you. So, I think that's about it. Thank you again. I love you all. Blessings to everybody. Peace, guys.